So hello everyone, now we are going to see App Engine application in Google Cloud, how we can go and interact with it. So now we are going to deploy the Node.js Express application in App Engine. Let's start the lab. So App Engine is the platform as a service in Google Cloud. So we can just deploy our application without worrying about the infrastructure. Okay. So these are all the optional things. First we need to check whether the API is enabled or not. For that, you need to go to API and services and enable API and services. Check the App Engine admin API is enabled or not. API and services, enabled API and services. App Engine admin API. So this API is enabled, so we can just go and play with the App Engine. Here, they are just downloading some source code of the Node.js application and then they are changing the directory. So now we just download the source code from the GitHub. In order to do that, we need to activate the Cloud Shell. Okay, so just open in new window. Okay, close this one. Okay, just if I type ls, so I am only having readme -cloudshell.txt. If I just press this command, so it is downloading the source code, and then you can see here is the folder. So now we are just going into that folder. Okay, here you can see the path is changed. If I type ls, you can see what are the files it contains: app.js, app.yaml, package.json. So if I type cat package.json, here you can see the file. So they are just changing some versions. Instead of a 12.20, they are changing it to 14. Either you can just go into the file and change it manually, or else just copy and paste this command. So if I cat, here you can see after executing this command, the version is changed. Now we are going to install Node Package Manager. Npm install. Okay, it's done. Now we are just going to check whether the application is run properly from local. Npm start. So if I go to web preview, preview it on port 8080. Here you can see the application is running properly in local. Just press Ctrl C. So now we are going to deploy the application into App Engine. In order to deploy that, we just need to type gcloud app deploy. So these are all the environments, and what is the programming language which you are using? Node.js. Environment is flexible. So We can, so in a Google Cloud project, we can create only one app engine application. So once the region is chosen, we will not able to edit the region. So in order to deploy our application, you just need to type gcloud app deploy, and then they will ask the region. As per the instruction, US Central is our region. Just type 16 US Central. So it takes a few minutes to create the application and then deploy it in the infrastructure. So after it is deployed, you can just view the application in http project id appspot.com. So it will take a 5 minutes to deploy the application in that particular infrastructure. So this is a platform as a service. We are not configuring anything about the servers, OS. Everything is managed by Google, the server creation and everything. We just go and deploy our application. That's it. Okay, the application is deployed in App Engine. If you go to App Engine, just search for App Engine. So here you can see the application is deployed in App Engine. See the project ID and then appspot.com. Okay, so this is the version it is currently running. So the instance we have not created the instance, Google created it by default. So that's why we call it as a platform as a service. So if you have another version, you can either split the traffic with the newer version. So currently we are just having only one version. It is serving 100% of the traffic. So what we are going to do is just check the progress whether the application is deployed in the App Engine. Yeah, it's deployed. So we are just going to do some update in the application, and then we are just going to check the application it is running properly on the local machine, and then again we are going to deploy it in App Engine. Okay, now we are just going to install some packages, modules. Okay, npm install. So we are just going to import the modules in app.js file. Either you can use the VI editor or else go and use the editor which is available in the Google Cloud. If you are comfortable with the Linux, you can just use the VI editor or else go to Open Editor. So we just need to go to the particular path, Node.js, App Engine, Hello World, Flexible, and app.js. Okay, so just import the modules. And then replace it. And then save the file. Okay, now we are just checking the local machine. Npm start, and then leave it in the web preview. So there is some modification is happen in that particular application. Here you can see before it is showing hello world, now it is showing some random numbers. Now we are just going to deploy the updated application in App Engine. Just type gcloud app deploy, same thing. Yes. Okay, the new application is deployed. Either you can choose, just refresh it. Now we will see two versions. So this is the older version and this is the new updated version. Here you can see the updated application is deployed in the app engine. Here you can see the project ID appspot.com. If you want to do the traffic splitting, you can choose the versions, whether this version of the application will serve 40% of the traffic and the version 1 will serve 60% of the traffic. You can just split it like that. So this is the instance. Okay. Yeah, I have updated the application in App Engine. So that's it for this lab.